Hello fight fans, and welcome back to Heavy Jabs, your #1 stop for the hardest hitting news, the sharpest jabs, and yes, the kind of boxing insight you'd only get from a channel that's more faceless than a referee trying to break up a heavyweight clinch in round 12. If you love gloves flying and takes even hotter than a ringside seat in Riyadh, do us a favor. Smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss another uppercut of boxing breakdowns, wild predictions, and the kind of satire that lands cleaner than Hrgovic's right hook. Now let's dive face first, Protective Cup recommended, into a fight boxing diehards and meme lords alike can't wait to see. Filip Hrgovic versus David Adeleye, going down August 16 in Riyadh. If you thought the only thing hotter than the Saudi desert was the ring light on a YouTuber's face, think again, because these two heavyweights are about to raise the temperature in a fight that pundits can't stop talking about, maybe because they can't believe Adeleye's knocked out more people than Hrgovic has beaten in chess, or maybe just because winter's banned in Saudi Arabia. Filip Hrgovic, often known as El Animal, because the sleeping pill was already taken, enters the ring with the kind of granite chin and Olympic pedigree that makes boxing historians swoon and playwrights weep with boredom. He's a giant, standing tall with a reach that basically means he can jab you from across the street. He's had the kind of amateur background that would make even your grandma say, "Now that's a boy who knows how to punch." From a bronze medal at the Olympics to smashing his way through the European amateur scene, Hrgovic has spent more time collecting trophies than most people spend collecting debts. Professionally speaking, he's fought almost everyone short of Godzilla. He's got wins over legit contenders and gatekeepers, blasting some out in one round, while outpointing others with a style that, at times, is more stifling than your uncle's conspiracy theories at Thanksgiving. His jab is stiffer than airport pillow foam, his combinations are clinical, and if you want to know what a heavyweight robot might look like, he's your guy. The man's last victory was a decision over Joe Joyce, a gentle reminder that Joyce's chin might in fact be made from the same material as Nokia phones. But Hrgovic isn't invincible. Remember, he tasted defeat at the hands and, let's be honest, very large fists of Daniel Dubois, who finally solved the Hrgovic riddle by stopping him in a wild fight, showing the Croatian star can be cracked if you bring a sledgehammer and permission from at least 2 boxing committees. Flip to the other corner. Cue dramatic spotlight and perhaps a small parade comes David Adeleye, Big D himself, the British bomber who's been chewing through domestic competition like a hungry man at an all-night kebab shop. Adeleye, younger and full of that reckless heavyweight abandon, has a knockout ratio that would make Mike Tyson sit up and take notes. 93% of his fights ending with the other man thinking, "Maybe I should have chosen chess after all." Big D's road hasn't been all easy drives through the English countryside. He suffered a setback against Fabio Wardley, getting stopped for his lone loss in a brawl that featured more swings than a playground at recess. But he bounced back, flattening names like Jamie Tashikova and Solomon Dakers, picking up the British title and proving he's got more comebacks than a washed-up 90s boy band. Adeleye's physical gifts shouldn't be underestimated. He's explosive, athletic, and throws with genuine venom, but some will point to his technical toolbox as the kind you'd find in IKEA. Gets the job done, but you're always missing a screwdriver or two. His defense can sometimes be as invisible as the Wi-Fi signal in an underground gym, but his willingness to trade and risk it all makes him a fan favorite for highlight reel knockouts and bad decisions, like ordering sushi at a hockey game. Who stands the chance to win? Well, let's break it down before someone calls this a 50-50 fight and runs screaming into the comments section. Experience leans massively in Hrgovic's favor. He's seen more styles than a barber at Fashion Week and fought in more rounds than Adeleye's had hot dinners. The Croatian's jab and absurd reach, seriously, rumor has it he could jab a seagull off his neighbor's balcony, are massive assets. And his patience means he can break down opponents over the long haul, which is bad news for a guy like Adeleye, who prefers to cash his paychecks before the 5th round. Hrgovic's chin? Rock solid, with the Dubois defeat more of a testament to Dubois' raw horsepower than Hrgovic's shortcomings. El Animal also fights methodically. He doesn't waste shots, doesn't overextend, and knows how to take a round off without making it look like he's napping. He's got the stamina to go 10 with mean intentions and the size to bully anyone who dares close the distance. Just ask his sparring partners, provided their jaws have recovered enough to speak. Adeleye, for all his youth and power, brings that sense of danger every time he swings. If he lands early, if he sets the tempo, he might just shock Hrgovic and the world. But his footwork? Sometimes more river dance than ring general. If he can get Hrgovic to open up, drag him into a brawl, or land one of those bombs that have made British commentators spill their tea, Adeleye could walk away with a career-defining victory and a phone that won't stop ringing with big fight offers. But let's not forget, the last time Adeleye got into deep water, he drowned against Wardley. Hrgovic is bigger, taller, heavier, and fights with a mean streak that's only grown since his loss to Dubois, a loss that's made him even hungrier. If Adelaye's defense doesn't tighten up, expect Hrgovic to keep him on the end of that jab, wearing him down with body shots, and eventually trying to turn Adelaye's lights out in the middle to late rounds. In a satirical world, Adelaye's best bet is to bring a bazooka and hope the referee's looking the other way. Because Hrgovic isn't the type to fold under pressure, not unless there's an IKEA flat pack at stake. What about the intangibles? Both guys are orthodox, both hit like falling pianos, but Hrgovic's amateur experience means he's comfortable in a chess match, a firefight, or a staring contest where the loser blinks and gets jabbed for the rest of the night. Adeleye's best chance is to turn this into a dogfight early, run across the ring, let the bombs fly, and hope that Hrgovic blinks. Because in a technical battle, Hrgovic has the experience, the ring generalship, and the granite jaw to survive Adeleye's early storm. Here's where it gets even spicier. The fight's in Riyadh, which means a neutral ground and no home crowd advantage. No dodgy scorecards, no home-cooked judging, just two big men settling it with fists and a healthy amount of mutual respect. And perhaps a little trash talk for the fans. Riyadh's known for its big paydays and even bigger surprises, so don't count out a wild twist, low blows, accidental headbutts, or a ring entrance involving camels and laser lights. For comedy's sake, let's imagine the gyms these guys train in. On one side, Hrgovic is out there sparring with horse-sized bags, practicing his stand really still and jab routine, while Adeleye is somewhere in London, practicing sneaking his right hand past car alarms and halfway up the